Assalamualaikum and welcome to another episode of Zealfit TV. This is Project Zealfit 3.0. Before I begin, I would like to wish all my Muslim brothers Selamat Hari Raya, Eid Mubarak. Today is actually the third day of Hari Raya. So, sometimes I feel that, it was only yesterday that we started Ramadan, but it has already been a month and now 3 days after Raya. So time certainly goes by very quickly, but the only thing that is slow is this renovation Project Zealfit 3.0. So we've been at it since probably I think the last week of March, and now we are already in the first week of May, and it seems to me that it's probably going to take probably at least 3 to 4 weeks to complete every single thing. Now, obviously, we've got everything moved out from the old USJ1 warehouse, Alhamdulillah, and I've already surrendered the keys to the landlord. So now it's a matter of waiting for my deposit, inshallah. Hopefully, they are happy with the state of the lot that I left behind, and that they are happy with the cleanup work that we've done. And according to the agreement, I should get back a couple of months worth of my deposit. So Alhamdulillah. Probably those deposit is going to go into this all the expenses that for this renovation. Now today I'm here because of you can hear the noise from next door, so they're also renovating. Today I'm here to just supervise a couple of things. Number one, the CCTV guys will continue their work. Yes, it's taking him a bit longer than expected. Obviously, because this place is huge, and there's probably a lot of things that I wanted him to do, especially the door access. So that's taking a bit of time, but I'm pretty confident that will be completed probably either end of this week or next week, depending on the ability of his workers. And the other thing is the aircon guys are coming today, and they say that they require about a couple of days, inshallah. So I can't wait for that to happen, so that we have some form of creature comfort whenever I come here. Although I doubt that I can use the floor where the aircons will be installed. In terms of this particular ground floor, what I am still waiting are the lights to be installed somewhere here, and also up front, and also another fan. It does get a little bit hot, but it's bearable as long as the shutters are open, especially both shutters. If they are open, then it's very, very, very bearable. And just to update you on some of the things that I've done. Number one, we've already rearranged all of the equipment, the shipment that recently came. On top of this are all the plates. These are the new Eleco change plates, the black one. These are not IWF certified. Underneath this is the IWF training plates, the old one, the old version, and they're all sitting on a stack of rubber mats, which will be used for the platform right here. So they're going to go from the left and also the right. So this will be a weightlifting platform, as well as for this particular custom-made platform that I had built. So that has to wait until everything is done by the CCTV guys and whatnot, so that I don't get all the dust onto the rubber mat, because that's very difficult to clean. And obviously these are the wooden platforms that I'm going to use for the custom platform that I mentioned earlier, and also for the pull blocks, right? Okay, and we've also managed to, Alhamdulillah, deliver 2 pallets filled with plates, XF bumpers, and also the IPF plates to a customer yesterday when I came here, Alhamdulillah. So today what I'm going to do personally is that some of this, what do you call this, Pellets has another customer's order, so I'm gonna probably contact the customer today to see whether or not we can make the delivery. Because as soon as I make the delivery, the sooner I get my money, right? And then the sooner I can pay off all my contractors or my, what do you call this, debtors. I think that's the word. Okay, so that's what will happen today, inshallah. I'm now gonna turn on my laptop and start work. Okay, that's the aircon, I don't know what you call it, the rack where you put the aircon on, and then that's the tubing for the copper cable. They've also drilled a hole in the wall. You can see up there. So I'm not too sure whether they can install the aircon today. But the interesting story about the aircon is that because this place is huge, the aircon horsepower required is also quite huge. But if we go beyond a certain horsepower, the problem is that the cost will just go up. I wouldn't say exponentially, but by quite a lot. So in this particular floor, there are 2 aircon points, but we've decided only to use one, which will be placed over here, where the working area would be, right? So for the lounge area, right there, we're going to have a fan, and that hopefully that will be enough to actually cool off the area. And I think once we switch on the aircon and with the fan, I think everything should be comfortable. It's not that hot right now. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's not hot at all on this floor, so alhamdulillah. But that's some of the concession that I had to make, because the cost of all this renovation is actually spiraling out of control, and I just did the budget again, and I've got to do a lot more sales now, and I have to do it soon. That's one aircon. Second one would be probably right above the logo, the Eleco logo. And then the last one would be on this particular wall right here. And then they're going to run all the tubings up here and then go down, and they're going to drill a hole right there. And the compressors will be down there. Now, I'll be honest with you, as I mentioned before, the cost is really spiraling, and I'm kind of worried, but I'm hoping that because I applied for a government loan, because for those who were affected by the flood, we are eligible to apply for an interest-free loan up to a certain amount, and I hope to get that in the next 1 or 2 weeks, and that will help me, that will ease the burden, the financial burden of all this renovation. But there's still a lot of work to be done, and I just hope that there's no more additional cost moving forward, and I hope that I can get back to I can open this headquarters as soon as possible, so that I can start making money again. Okay, it's 4 p.m. and I'm about to go home. The aircon guys actually left earlier because apparently they forgot to bring a taller stairs. A taller ladder. So they have to come back tomorrow, but apparently they can finish the job tomorrow. The CCTV is almost done, and he'll come back and do some touch-ups here and there, and making sure all the units are working. We also have to reposition the cameras to point at the right angle. So all in all, I think I'm pretty happy, I guess, with today's progress. The guy who was supposed to do the loading bay, so he came and he did some measurement, and he actually wanted to start work, but then again he tried to look for some raw materials to do the platform itself, but none of the nearby hardware stores were open today, and so he just went back. So hopefully he'll come tomorrow and start doing that. I need him to finish the loading bay as soon as possible, because the second shipment will be arriving, I would think, by next week, inshallah. So by having that loading bay done, at least we can make sure that the unloading process will go a little bit smoother than before, and a bit safer, to be honest. And I guess that's pretty much sums it up for today. Alhamdulillah. I've learned a few things, so let me just share my thoughts a little bit, if you can bear with me. I think there are certain things that I wouldn't do in the future if I do move again, which na'udzubillah, I do not want to move again. I think I overdid it this time, as I usually do whenever I move into a new location. The reason for that is because you can only do it when you move in. You know, like all this hacking of the walls, the drillings, and the wirings. It's best to do it when there's not a lot of things in the lot, the shop lot, the unit, right? So it's easier for the guys to work, and it minimizes damage on any furnitures or any equipment and things like that. Even though we have all of our equipment here, but they're not in the way of what these people are trying to do. Okay, so that's the reason I went a bit overboard, and also because I thought that, you know, I think this is a long-term move. That means I'm probably going to stay here for a while. I don't have any plans to move unless something happens, but the idea is that I want to be here for as long as I can and maximize all the investment that I've put into this place. And the problem with what I have done, and the thing that I've learned, is that, number one, I do not think that I need that many cameras. I just installed them because I have them already. So I thought that, okay, it might be nice to have, you know, to just install them and have as many views as possible, you know, just to placate, you know, my worries about this place being, you know, robbed or whatever, you know. Na'udzubillah min dhalik. I hope that Allah protects this place when we're not here, and when we're here actually. But probably I overkilled it. And I also mentioned that the access system, now that I have a handle of what it actually is, it might, let me just put it this way, there might be better options to do it, but I don't know that, you know. Now for us, because we are considered like we, you know, occupying the whole building, so the access is actually from outside. So you need, so I figured that, you know, I need some access point for people to come in, without me having to, with the door being secured, and without me having to, you know, come downstairs and then open the door for customers. So it has to be basically able to be, the doors are able to be opened remotely. So that's one thing. Without going into too much details, the system that I have might not be 100% foolproof. However, it does its job. It does whatever I need it to do. Okay, but if we want added security, then we probably need to look into something into a better system. In any case, I think it's relatively safe because we've got cameras all over the place, and if anything should happen, that we will be able to capture the culprit. Alright guys, I think that's it. Thanks again for watching. I think there should be a few episodes left to go, so I hope that you stay tuned and keep watching, and keep keep leaving your comments in the comment section. So if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and click the notification button, and then I hope to see you guys again in the next Zealfit TV episode. Assalamualaikum. Bye.